Thank you for coming to this very special blessing. Thank you for coming this week to Friends and Founders. And thank you so much for being a part of what we're doing for these precious lives that we're saving. When we started Angels Rest in the early days of the sanctuary, it was because the sweet little guys we were caring for, some of them, their lives came to an end. And we realized we needed a special place to honor those lives, that we needed to find a place that we could tuck them in and preserve that space forever going forward. And so we found this location, which is nestled up against the rocks here, quite a lot of space around it, and decided this was the spot. And we did it with a sense of just precious attention to every single one of them. Caregivers would come to their placement, and they still do. The caregivers that take care of the animals here have relationships with them that are just like our own relationships with our own animals at home, because they're with them 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and they get to know every one of them. So they've been attending the placements since the very beginning. And when you walk around Angels Rest, you'll see some little nooks. Like over here, we have a special area for the horses, and their names are there. Then we have a special location in a lower canyon where we can tuck them in. Over in this direction, where we've pulled in with the cars, is a little area in the middle called Angel's Nest for the little guys that make nests. So we've got mice and birds and snakes and all kinds of little guys in the nest over there. And then we realized we needed another location because this area here became the home to tuck in a lot of the animals that came from our members, our visitors, our volunteers, our neighbors. And we needed to find another location to continue cherishing the ones that we cared for here. So I don't know if you have discovered on the top level, we have Angels Overlook and the Gratitude Garden. And all of this is with every individual placement by Josh and Byron, and now James, who's joined the team, being done with such gentle love. And I just want to thank you guys for doing the most beautiful work, intending to this place as well. As everybody can see, it is just beautifully tended all the time because of the love for the animals. So thank you guys. This moment that we're sharing together can become very tender and emotional, and that's fine because we all feel the same way about the passing of these precious lives that stole our hearts, that gave us joy, that gave us wonderful memories, that snuggled with us, that did naughty things. I now have a puppy who is the rascal of my life, and I'm taking videos of him because I'm doing crime investigation of everything he's doing. But he's stolen my heart. And every one of them who comes into our lives, we don't know all of their history. We don't know what they've been through. But unlike us, they don't become corrupted. They don't become compromised by what's happened in their lives before. We can see that maybe they're a little shy, or they're a little hesitant, or they have little behavioral issues. But they are such precious, pure souls. They are just such instruments of love. And all of us, when they pass, we are torn inside for every passing that happens. And there's some that get closer and deeper in, but everyone is cherished and loved to such a deep level. So I feel that when we come here and visit Angels Rest or Angels Overlook, we're visiting a place that really emanates that precious love. Unlike possibly other locations where we may go to where it's not animals that are being placed, it's family members or other people we know. Sometimes there's very mixed and conflicted emotions. But here, it's very simple and pure, and it's all about love. Right now, we're going to take some time to really honor the lives that have gone before us this day, that are recently passed from the sanctuary, and some of yours too that have recently passed. I'm going to pass the mic over to Josh, and we're going to go forward with the blessing. Feel free to use your Kleenex, to let those tears flow, and to feel whatever you feel, because we all feel it. Thank you all.
Hello, everybody. My name is Josh, and like I mentioned before, please forgive my voice. It's kind of going in and out right now, but it's great to see everybody here. And right now, at this part of the blessing, we're going to talk about some of the animals here that had passed away here at the sanctuary for this month. In Cat World, we lost Steve Rogers, Glacier, Tarzan and Kumon, Kizzy, Prius, Cece, and Frank. In Dogtown, we lost Moose. In Wild Friends, we lost Nunu the Owl, Novel the Raven, Amelia the Gull, and Bonnie the Rat. And in Bunny House, we had lost Lillian. Now, some tributes were mailed in. Jaja, Till We Meet Again, Riley and Jasper, DJ, aka Petunia. Malia was adopted from best friends in August 2017, crossed the Rainbow Bridge in April of 2024. She touched our lives in many ways. Riggins, Buddy, Maya, and in Friends and Founders and attendees today, some tributes were also sent in. One for Norman, Arthur, Harper, Sophie, and Scarlett, Ruby, Leo, Daphne and Milo, Pookie and Thumper, Tigger, Copper, Luca, Stella, Katara, and Ray, Abby, Autumn, Summer, and Winter, Leela, Delia, Stella, George, a desert iguana, Albie, Maui, Skylar, Husky, Baron, Carter, Artie, and Rocky Lynch, Darwin, Artemisia, Marmalade, Oliver, Fiona, and Finley, Toby, Brew, and Riley. Now, at this point, I'd like to bring up Byron, who's going to read off some of the stories that were sent in as well.
My name is Byron. I'm one of the caretakers here at Best Friends. And I have a couple stories that were sent in that I'd like to share, but we did a placement today for Moose, and I just wanted to take a moment, and we had quite a few of our caretakers show up for that, and Moose had been moved to Old Friends, and he was the oldest dog in the sanctuary, and he just moved on today. So we just want to step out. They had some really great stories about his love of McDonald's and just how he was just a big, dopey, beautiful dog. So I just wanted to share that and just let us know we all miss Moose. So we have one for Yogi. Yogi, you were found in the closet of a foreclosed home at 3 months of age with no food or water for a week. After we adopted you at 5 months old, we loved every moment with you. You were the finest ball player on the beach at Kauai Island. You were a wonderful brother to 2 Norwegian elk hounds who loved you dearly. Now you have left us after almost 15 years. We miss you terribly. Zoe was my sweet little rescue kitty, who was loved from the very first time I saw her. She will be missed by her cat mom and her rescued sisters, Abby and Lexi. Hannah was a cattle dog border collie mix. She made it to 15 years old, and I had to let her go on April 29th. Her favorite things were barking at hot air balloons, hunting lizards, looking after tiny kittens, catching tennis ball midair, playing with dog friends, and of course, peanut butter. She was extremely intelligent, gentle, sweet, patient, kind, funny, and wise. I can't thank her enough for being my best friend. We're going to take a moment of silence while we think about those beautiful animals that have been in our life as we've grown up and those that have left us at this time. So.
I want to tell you a little story before we close. As you walk through Angel's Rest, you'll see little stones placed on each location. Many years ago, I was wearing the hat that Josh is now wearing. And when people wanted to place their animal here, I would be the one that they would contact and make the arrangements. And this wonderful couple from San Francisco called and they said, "Can we bring our own headstone?" And I said, "Absolutely." And they had a beautiful cat named Zipporah, who was a calico cat. So this headstone arrives, and you'll see it when you walk over to the next section over there. It's a beautiful black marble headstone, flat on the ground, and it says Zipporah, Princess of Calico. And when we tucked her in, they placed some stones on top. And I asked them about that. And they were both Jewish and said, in the Jewish tradition, this is what we do. We place rocks and stones because flowers and other things don't survive and last, and rocks and stones do. And that's our love, staying with them forever. So after that, we mentioned it to other people doing placements and asked them if they would like to place a stone. Now you see, every one of them has a stone because whether it's their person or someone else, someone has placed a stone there out of cherishing and love and respect. Every one of them has that. Feel free anytime you want to, if you're walking through and you're moved by any of them, to give them a stone. We can share love with all of them. As we're closing, I just want to say that all of you here are very precious to all of us. And the love that you give to each individual animal that you have given, that you're giving now, and you will give in the future, is a love that is part of something great and immeasurable. The love for animals is something that is felt universally, and it's something that brings us all together. And I just want to thank you all for bringing animals into your lives and for caring for the lives of other animals that you have not yet met, but you want to save them too. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.